Hello everyone, it's time to hashtag ask the club. I feel...
No, nearly. I went to... No.
No. Anyway, we ask you to send your questions in for the assembled panel on the Ball Street Twitter account, which is @BallStreet on Twitter. Give it a follow. Let's get stuck straight in. James, how happy are you? It's not really a question.
Really? I'm really happy, actually. If anyone cares.
Vintage Lanzini. Is Kante the best box-to-box midfielder in the league, or are the likes of Gay, Fabregas and Dembele up there too?
Of course he is. That's... Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
If we're just saying this like 20 seconds ago off camera.
I mean, it's not even a discussion, is it?
No, I don't
Is
think
it a discussion? You're all over Ghana Gay this year, aren't you?
Statistically the best midfielder in the Premier League.
Using what statistic?
Sky. Apparently.
Sky statistics.
Apparently.
Spot on. Absolutely.
No, Ghana's been amazing.
Of all the statistics.
No, sorry, him and Kante's third at breaking play up and most miles run and all that, but I think Kante's amazing. He was incredible last year for Leicester. And look at Leicester. Look what's happened to them since he left.
We've just said this off camera, James and I. We're literally just talking about
Everyone
this.
knows this, though.
That it is.
You're saying it to me like it's like this new thing.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows
Kante is the...
Oh, my God.
Like, he's the contributing factor to Leicester last year and to Chelsea this year.
Everyone knows
You know what I mean? It's
Why are you saying it again?
I don't know. I think Antonio Conte might have a little bit.
JMO, Adam_Jameson. What teams could realistically catch Chelsea?
I don't think any.
No. I think it's done. If I'm perfectly honest,
Do you know what? The question is, what teams can beat Chelsea? I mean, physically in a game of football, are they going to lose 4 games? No, they're not.
No, it's a very good.
I think they'll win it by 20 points.
Really?
I think 20 is excessive, but I think they'll win it by a long way.
Barry?
I don't think anyone can cast them.
Yeah, no, I agree. The human toad. Go ahead. Who do you think could replace Wenger if he leaves in the season? Now, we've done a much longer version of this video talking about whether he should have his contract renewed. You can go watch that in full. But I think we talked around some options, didn't we? We mentioned Tuchel, we mentioned Simeone.
One we didn't mention was Allegri. There was a story about that. I think he had his 100th game over the weekend. He then came back and said, no, I'm very happy where I am. I want to have 300 more games with Juve. But his manner... We were speaking about that in the video as well. His manner would work at Arsenal. He's quite like a nice
Here's
guy.
one for you.
Hi, Redknapp.
Let's... yeah, well, actually, I'll be honest, I'll not quite along those lines. Different brand of football. But let's mirror what happened with Man United. So you had a manager who exceeded expectations at a club with a smaller...
You want to say who I was going to bring up? We've been linked.
Oh, Ronald.
No.
Oh.
Tony Pulis.
Ronald. Mine's your neck in.
Tony Pulis.
Tony Pulis.
The best job he's doing at West Brom right now.
Stop
He's going to get the 2-8.
Stop.
He's going to get the 2-8 in the league.
Did you see that?
Imagine what he could... No, but listen. Imagine what he could do with good players if he can get West Brom 2-8.
They're playing well, West Brom. Don't
Are you taking the piss out of Robbie Savage? Did you see that?
I'm taking the piss out of it.
I had this
Robbie
argument
Savage?
with Robbie, though.
To be fair, mate.
About Pulis, because he's never had an opportunity to have a decent squad.
Are you serious?
He's never had the opportunity.
You are actually serious?
How do you know? You don't know.
So,
Is this why you're bringing it up? Because you knew he was going to say that?
Tony
You don't know. I'm
Pulis.
not saying he would work.
Tony Pulis has got the whitest trainees in football. End of story. And that's what he wins at, everyone. Next. The only one... No.
What's that got to do?
Because he baby wipes them before every game.
No,
Just
I'm
check
not
his
asking
trainees
about
out. The name I was going to say was Eddie Howe. He was linked as well for that brand
think
of
I'd be a
football,
great
but
shout,
that's a
actually.
massive gamble, innit?
The worst choice
Because
for
he's one who you are
think
buying
that's a good
into. We spoke about Rangers needing to buy into some Eddie Howe. You'd have to...
Tony Pulis, though.
It's got to be
yourself.
tough. It's got to be tough. You'll have to replace him, Wenger. It's got to be
So,
tough.
NUFC_J17 says, who is the most overrated manager in the Prem?
Stop. Look, what are you looking at me for?
Because I know who you would say if I didn't look at you to give you the hard gaze.
Why?
No, it's fine. Who's the most overrated manager in the Prem?
It's a tough one, isn't it?
James?
Let James answer first.
It's tough, isn't it?
It's not. Sam Allardyce.
Yeah.
David Moyes, maybe. He's not really rated, though, is he?
Not now.
I think Allardyce, I think you're right.
Southampton's manager. So what's his name? Saltieri.
Claude
Whatever the fuck
Puel.
his name is.
I like him. I think he's quite good.
Do you really? I think.
Well.
Sorry. What did I say? Saltieri. Where'd I get that from?
Saltieri. Didn't he used to play for Spurs?
Jesus.
Paul
Don't know
Saltieri
where I
was
got
the
that from.
midfielder for Tottenham a few years ago.
Anyway, I think Southampton's manager.
Okay. I'd love Allardyce to go down because
I think he will go down. I think it's done. I think that.
Big Sam is
I
over.
don't think he commands respect anymore than he
At
once
this
did.
exact moment in time, Clement is probably the most overrated because he's on fire.
Yeah.
Wait, because he's on fire, isn't he? They're doing so well,
He's not over. No, he's
careful.
not.
I don't think they're that.
Stop
Come on,
it,
you don't
mate.
go to Bayern Munich with Ancelotti or
He's not
pretty much
Real
everywhere else in
Madrid.
Europe, yeah, and then
Come on, Thierry.
not know what you're talking
Come
about.
on.
Okay. The Joe Show,
struggling
Joe
here.
Gresham asks, when will Everton be taken seriously by media? What
You
have
tell me.
he's got to do?
You tell me.
I think...
No. They've probably just got to keep winning games. And probably for the media to take them seriously, I think they've got to spend big money because that's the only way people do.
They got the money now to spend it, don't they?
Yeah, but that's what they've got to actually deliver on it.
Even if Everton went out and did kind of like remember like City in that first mad window where they got Robinho on deadline day and blah blah blah. And everyone's wow, okay, they are a bit of a power. Even if you guys did that in the summer, I still think there would be this mentality of, oh, it's Everton. You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't be like, wow, Everton are a power all of a sudden.
No,
it would be done in a
I
really
still
condescending
don't
tone.
think City get the kind of City don't get the kind of coverage Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal get still now, and they've won the Premier League
That's just
title.
coverage of the seats in the stadium.
Don't even start me on City when they're
Anyway, listen, the only way Everton will do it, it's consistency, isn't it? That's how
Everton
you
need to
that's how you
do. You need to do what Spurs did. You need to get a guy like Bale just turned up, didn't he? You need to get someone who turns out to be amazing, who gets you into top 4, top 5 each year, and then you push on from there. That's what they've done. That's what you guys should do. Until you're regularly top 6, and
Yeah, I think
you'll always be outside it.
That's the thing. You just need, if you're going to be a top power, it needs to be a
But
few
if you think
years
about, I
of
mean, if
consistency
you
on it,
if
like.
you
think
take the
Lukaku's a
two
man,
if you
eh?
take the 2 seasons out, Martinez's last 2 seasons, Everton didn't finish lower than 7th over the last 12, 13 years of the Premier League. So
Baz, you come on for these random stats. I know you really hit Martinez, but any available
If you
opportunity.
take out all of our bad seasons, we're dead good at footy.
surely that's a statistic.
If you took away 1996 to 2017, it's only been a year since we won a piece of silverware.
Listen, I'm not the one. If we want to talk about history, that can be the next segment.
Hey,
we
listen, I
can
can do the same. Yeah,
Back
God,
it in.
If you took
No,
away
I'm
the last
saying
5
no,
years,
no,
we win trophies all the time.
Listen to what you're saying. If Everton were part of that top 6 or 7, I'm just saying to you, if you actually look at it, this is the thing, and I think this happens in the media, that for a period of time, Everton, until Moyes come, Everton were
The point I'm
battling
making,
that lower half. Under Moyes, he had a couple of finishes outside the top 10, top 8. Every year they were up there, there was no money. Then Martinez come and he finished 5th, and then he bollocks it up.
The point is, though, Barry,
And this year they're going to be back up
what I'm
there to
saying is
7.
you are treated like a scrappy underdog.
Of course they are, yeah.
That's the difference.
Of
What I'm
course,
saying is
of
that by treated seriously, I'm saying instead of it being what a magnificent job someone's done by getting Everton there, it should be no, Everton are where they are because they've got the financial clout, they've got the team, they've got the manager.
That's what it's about.
But that's why I bring up Spurs, because you've got really good young players, and so that's a model that you can get someone.
It's consistency. Everton, for me, the question it'll be different in 12 months again.
I think it's that, and I also think it's maybe in the summer it's making a statement signing.
Yeah, no, that's what.
Yeah.
And someone who's
You'd have to follow it up, though, don't you? There's no point, like you've just said, there's no point to Everton bringing, anyone in for a 40, 50 million pound signing. Everyone gets, Evertonians get excited. If then you've got to then follow it with the next one and the next. Well, yeah,
You can't follow the next one and the next one.
Exactly, it's about consistency, isn't it?
Okay, Liam Rafferty, Rooney, will Pogba end up being good value with current fees on the up? If you get 7 or 8 years,
I want to say something about Pogba. Right? In the vast scheme of transfer prices, right? If you take Messi, Ronaldo, I personally think I would rather have Toni Kroos than Pogba at the time, right? He's had, half a season. He hasn't been absolutely appalling, but he hasn't been unbelievable either. I think United paid that money for 5 to 10 years of Paul Pogba at his best. Yeah. And he's come into a new club. Let's face it, all right, I know he was at United beforehand, so people are probably going to shoot me down there, but he's come into a new team. And in a new team. Yes, and for the first 3 months, he didn't really have a set position. I know he was a centre midfielder, but was he a box-to-box? Was he a holding midfielder? Was he a Ronaldo role, for want of a better phrase? No one knew. And now he's only really found that niche where he wants to play. And I think his performances have been vastly improved. Now, is anyone worth £100 million? No. No one, no matter what way you look at it. But in the marketplace, I think over the period of the 5 to 10 years to come, if he reaches his potential, then he is, yes.
I think the only thing for me, I don't think it's possible, because I don't think it's possible for centre mids for you to get the same kind of value that you would out of a striker or a winger or whatever, because they're the guys who, you know, if he scores 15 goals a season, then
that's a good midfielder, but he's not worth £100 million, no?
Maybe, but I think you'd have to. I think if you're going to be a world transfer record, you look at the players who have broken that in the past, and it's Alan Shearer, it's Ronaldo, it's you know, and it's Zidane.
Yeah. Also, you have to look at it as Mourinho making a statement there too. That wasn't just about we want to bring in the best player in that position. That was Mourinho going, I'm the Man United manager. Everyone look at me. I'm going to go and I'm going to be Mr.
He's a
Big Goals
brand
again.
as well, but he's a brand, isn't he?
Yeah. He's a walking Adidas advertisement, isn't he, at the minute?
Yeah. I still think he's an excellent player.
He's still a fantastic
player. But I think I get the point that that Griezmann's going to come in for probably a similar amount of money,
80 million,
and
90
then
million.
all of a sudden it's not a big amount of money, because the old world transfer record just becomes an average transfer fee eventually, doesn't it?
Like, what was it? Kaká and Ronaldo. Remember how many years ago was that? 5 years ago? Whenever it was broken in the space of 48 hours. How many times? I mean, that seems insignificant now, doesn't it?
No, absolutely. Okay, last question comes from Note Highland Spring at Springwater 2804. What a random name! I don't know where people come up with these names. Genuinely don't know where they come up with these names. Can an English team win the Champions League? I should really have got you to ask this question, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Can an English? Yes.
This
Why
season?
not? Yeah. Man City, I think, are better in Europe than when the way Guardiola plays suits Europe better than it does the Premier League at times.
Monaco's a decent draw as well.
Monaco's a great draw for them. I mean, Monaco are good though. Like,
you turned Tottenham over, didn't they?
Yeah, and doing really well in their league. But I think you would expect them to get through that. Beat Barcelona earlier in the year as well, so they can do it. And I think if they get, if you get through Monaco and you don't get one of those top, that Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid, then I think you've got a cracking chance then. I feel like this year something's going to happen. Like it's not going to be Barcelona or Real Madrid this year.
Leicester, Man City.
I'd love to see Leicester play.
Imagine that.
Can they? Of course they can win it. Will they?
Leicester's become the new Middlesbrough, like the postmodern Middlesbrough.
Just get all the way to the final.
Just
keep throwing strikers on when you're 3-0 down, McLaren winning 4-3. Be amazing. City have got players who can win any game of football, haven't they? And Guardiola knows Europe so well. Yeah. So of course they've got a chance. Will he do it? I don't know. I mean, they got to the semi-final last year and he just didn't have a go at the Bernabeu, did they? And that was
they were just out of their depth.
The one thing
he wanted them to have a go though, and they kind of just went. It seemed as though they didn't understand the rules, that they had to score. Pellegrini was just sat there on his hands. I think Pep's obviously a little bit more switched on.
It would be, as far as Guardiola goes, the amount of criticism he's had, the random stuff like, oh, he's a fraudiola and all that shit. I would kind of think it was quite funny if they went on and won the Champions League. That being said, I don't like other English teams winning the Champions League other than us, because
you do surprise me.
Imagine
I'm
my surprise.
I'm very protective over that. Like, it's the only thing we've got to cling on to at the moment. But
was that back in your past? You know the way you
absolutely.
Take out
the last 12 years, Barry. We're going to win it this year.
It's not about 12 years. It's not about 30 years. What? Nothing doesn't matter. We'll continue on. It's fine.
Champions League, yeah.
Imagine this, though.
Talk about league titles.
No.
Anyway, get back.
The thing for me, the teams that are still in there, I think depends on how the rest of the season's going to pan out. Because look, Arsene Wenger, we talked about Arsene Wenger and what his future is. If he thinks, you know what, I'm going to go at the end of the season, then it doesn't. He'll want to leave Arsenal in great hands, but he might also think, look, if they can get past Bayern, I wonder whether it'll enter his head.
Yeah.
I might just put all my eggs into this basket and have a go for it.
They've got the
confidence
and everything.
And on the flip side of that, Liam, is that it's just the Leicester thing of there's still in Europe there's still an unknown quantity. They still got they can have the same impact that they had in the Premier League last year, and they've got, if they don't get too sucked into the relegation they can afford to go, great, we'll have a complete go at this. Whereas I think Man City, does that Man City need to be in the Champions League again next season? I think they're the one club there that it's an absolute essential for them. And but of course, it could be Arsenal in that regard as well. Like, it'll be interesting. The answer is no. I don't think.
I think Leicester people are kind of underestimating them. I know in the Premiership that everyone's kind of gone on to the way they play and whatnot. But I think in Europe, I think they're still.
Sevilla having a great season now.
I don't know.
Sevilla are a good European side, albeit normally they're well out of this competition by this stage, back into the Europa League so they can ruin hopes and dreams.
Or make them, whichever way you look.
Or make them, yeah.
I think there'll be a cracking story there. That, you know, we spoke about it in one of our videos that Arsenal fans, and I think the players as well, need something to like buy.
Imagine if they won it, that would be amazing.
But if you, like you say, if they shocked the world and beat Bayern Munich, and then a week later Wenger goes, this is it. This is the last one.
Don't forget.
Then they'll all switch their
Backtrack
minds.
sensational if that happens. Like, always loved him. Always loved that Wenger. What a manager. Won everything. He's won everything.
Those kind of things happen though, don't they? Those weird things happen.
They've won it in Bayern before, haven't they? Albeit they went out overall, but they've had that, that record of being able to go there and win. So who knows?
Do you think they beat them? Do you think Arsenal beat Bayern over 2 legs?
They could do.
No. Do you think?
Don't ask me that when we're about to finish the vid.
Do you?
No.
Do you?
They could.
No. Anyone?
But
I think Arsenal beat them. I genuinely think they beat them.
Hang on, why not isn't an answer, James.
No, they won't.
No.
Are Arsenal going to progress past Bayern Munich? Can an English club actually win the Champions League this season? And which club will it be? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to the Ball Street channel by clicking the emblem. And check back, of course, for more Social Club later this week, where we're going to be looking at the best Premier League right backs. I know, don't worry. I remember the schedule. That'll be out on... In fact, when's that going out this week?
That'll be Friday.
That will be Friday. So stay tuned to the Ball Street YouTube channel on Friday for more amazing Social Club.